Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Daily Color Guard Report for Monday, August the 4th, 2014. You are listening to Dan Mish, and I will be presenting this week's market recap Monday through Thursday. We had an up day in the market today with all the major indexes rebounding. You can see the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and our own VectorVest composite were all up today. With today's market action, that leaves our market timing gauge pointed straight up into the yellow. The color guard is neutral, and VectorVest does not advocate buying stocks at this time. That neutral guidance comes from the color guard down below, which currently is showing 3 yellow lights across our main indicators, beginning with the price column, which closed at $37.21. That price of $37.21 is higher than Friday's close. However, it is lower than 5 days ago, therefore signaling that yellow light. The relative timing, which tracks the short-term price trend of the VectorVest composite, shows a similar story. It rose day over day, but is also slightly lower week over week and giving us that second yellow light. And the buy-to-sell ratio, which is tracking all 8,300 stocks that we currently track in VectorVest for their buy rating and sell rating, also rose from Friday's close to finish at 0.5 today, but that is lower than 1 week ago. So with those 3 yellow lights, our MTI, which combines price, RT, and BSR together in one indicator, finished exactly where it had closed on Friday at 0.84. That is lower week over week and still down below its neutral line of 1.0. So with the price of the VectorVest composite falling week over week, the primary wave is still down. And as just mentioned, with the MTI below 1.0, the longer-term underlying trend of the market is also down, and the confirmed down, which we entered on July 17th, still stands as of today. For further look at these indicators, we'll consult the Graphs tab, which is set to show us a market timing graph in what is known as the VectorVest MTI layout. This market timing graph is default set to a 1-year graph. However, we can change to different time frames, and by going to 3 months, we'll get a little bit larger picture where you can see today's upward action of the price of the VVC measured in those red and green candlesticks. The other core market timing indicators are the MTI shown in blue, again down below its line of 1.0. The buy-sell ratio in green also below 1.0, as is the relative timing. By opening the graph control panel, you can view the closing levels for those indicators as well as change your graph layout. And for some technical analysis, we'll look at the enhanced ProTrader timing graph, which still shows that price of the VectorVest composite. We now have some technical indicators surrounding it, including an upper and lower envelope, as well as this white line intersecting the price, which is a 30-day weighted moving average. And as you can see, the VVC is still down below that 30-day WMA. The other 2 technical indicators shown below are a detrended price oscillator, which is still in negative territory down below its neutral line of 0, and a moving average convergence divergence, where you can see the blue line is below the white line, meaning the MACD is below the signal line, and therefore the yellow histogram in the background is in negative territory. And again, by opening up the graph control panel, you can see all of the numbers and closing levels for those indicators. And we did not get a green or red light in the price column of the color guard today, but we will still consult the GLB RT kicker layout, which will give us those technical indicators on the bottom, which are measuring moving averages of the relative timing. We have both a 10 period and a 15 period MA on the RT. The 10 and 15 closed even today, both at 0.97. So while we had an up day today, we're still getting some signs which are leaving us pointed straight into that neutral category, and that's why VectorVest does not advocate buying any new stocks at this time. With that trend analysis, let's move over and take a look how our model portfolios have performed. The first 3 portfolios we'll look at all have CC in the beginning of their name, meaning they are using the confirmed calls timing system. This first one selects stocks long from Russell 2K winners, and it selects stocks to short from Vern's vultures. Currently, it has 4 long positions and 1 short. It made a little less than 0.5% today and is at just below 27% as measured from January 2013 through today. This second confirmed call portfolio is also long and short, long from S&P 500 winners and short from Vern's vultures, 4 long, 1 short, and it lost almost 1% today, but is still holding on to a very nice 83.4% total gain. And finally, for our confirmed calls portfolio, this one selects stocks long from Wow winners and selects stock short from Sector Peak short, also long with 4 and short with 1. It made about 0.75% today and is at 38% gain total. Our next 3 model portfolios all use the RTC naming convention, meaning they're using the RT combo timing system. This first one is long from S&P 500 and short from ballistic new highs. Does currently have 4 longs, 1 short in there. Just a slight gain today, but holding on to a very impressive 122% gain. These are measured from January 2012 through today. Our second RTC portfolio is also long from S&P 500 stop ascending, and its 1 short position comes from Doug's Downer Supercharged. Very slight gain today as well, and also holding on to a nice 95% gain. And our third RTC portfolio is only measured from January 2013 through today. Gets its longs from S&P 500 stop ascending, and it uses index ETFs, contra ETFs, for its short positions. It tells a similar story. It does show all 5 long positions with just 1 contra in there right now, losing about 0.25% and at 40.5% over that measured time frame. And for our newest model portfolio, we have the Safe and Sound, which is just measured from July 2013. It is currently long with all of his positions, made a little over 0.5% today, and is just below 30% for its gains. And now we'll move over into the VectorVest views to see what our guidance is for heading into tomorrow. The timing section will reiterate where the price of the VectorVest composite, the relative timing, the buy to sell ratio, and the MTI finished on that day over day and week over week look back. In summary today, it reads with 3 yellow lights, the caution light is on, and the color guard is neutral. With the price of the VVC moving lower on a week-to-week basis and the MTI below 1.0, we have a down-down situation. And the strategy section reads, stocks closed higher today as positive earnings results lifted sentiment. However, with 3 yellow lights and a down-down situation, prudent investors should not buy stocks at this time. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market up or down as it develops. And below we list the Derby winners. In the 1-day percent price gainers, we have 5 bullish strategies, earning anywhere from 5% to over 28% in just today's day of trading. And over the last 5 days, we have 2 bullish and 3 bearish strategies which have been leading the way, earning 3.6 to 17.5%. We always like to take a look at tomorrow's headlines that can have an effect on the market, and in the morning at 7:45 we'll get the ICSC Goldman store sales, followed at 9:45 by the PMI Services Index, and at 10 o'clock we'll get both the factory orders and the ISM Non-Manufacturing Index. Thank you for joining us for the Daily Color Guard. Please stay with us the rest of the week and for our special presentation on Friday.